Now, see here. Now see, we have successfully uploaded the file on a Google dataset. Okay, now what is our next step? How to load a dataset into Pandas data frame. So what is a DF? DF is data frame. You PD dot. Now see, this is a function. By using this function, we can read a dataset. Read underscore CSV. So we are already uploaded a file on a dataset. The format of that file is CSV. So I am using the read underscore CSV, and inside a bracket you have to write down your name, CSV file name. My CSV file name is string.csv. So I am writing string.csv. Okay. So my syntax will be df is equals to pd. That means what? We are calling pandas library dot read underscore csv. This is a function name of a reading a data set, and inside a bracket you have to write down the file name. My file name is what? train.csv. Now I will execute this file. I will execute this cell. Now see, on left hand side green mark is there. That means what? I have successfully read that file. Now I have done with reading, but there is no output because already that thing was happened. Now I want to write that data set, that is df. So in next line I will write that df. Now execute this cell. Now see, this is our data set. So see here, in a given data set, first column is passenger ID, second column is survived, third column is P class, then next is name, then gender, age, SIP, SP, purge, ticket, fare, and so on. That means what? These are the column name, and left hand side 0 to 890. That means what? Total 891 rows are there and total 12 columns are there. So this is our given data set that we have performed a write operation on a given data set. Now we are going to pre-process our given data set. So in first step, we must know what is the size, that is shape of a given data set. So I will write here df.shape, and I will execute this command df.shape. So in output I am getting 891, 12. That means that total 891 rows are there and 12 columns are there. So we have done with how to check a dimension of a given data set. Now I want to know what are the columns. Already we know the total 12 columns are there. Now I want to know the name of a column. At the time I will write df.columns. Okay, and I will execute this command. So in index you will get passenger ID, survive, P class, and so on. See here, total 12 column names are there or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So total 12 columns are there, and we got the all name of these 12 columns. So we have done with df.column. Now see, I want to check a total size of rows and columns. So I will write df.shape. Total size, how to count the total size? Rows into column. 891 into 12. We will get 10692. Okay. Now I want to see the data type of each column. For that I will write the df.d types. Okay. Now I will execute this cell. I will click on this. So automatically this cell will get executed. Okay. So what is our first column? That is passenger ID. Type of this passenger ID is int64. That means what? Int. In Python it will call as int64. The type of survive is int. The type of P class column is int. The name and gender type is object. Age type is float. SIP SP type is int. Purge type is int. The type of ticket column is object. Type of fare is float. Type of cabin is object, and type of embark is object. So these are the types of each column. Now see, we are going to check a initial statistics. What is a describe function? So df.describe function, I will call this function. What is the output that we will get after calling this describe function? In describe function, it will give you the total count of each column, mean of each column, standard deviation of each column, what is the minimum value that are present. So this is mean. What is the minimum value that is present under each column? Then 75%, that is first quartile of each column, then 50% of each column, then 75%, and what is the maximum value from each column. So this is a describe function. So we can say that by using describe function we can calculate what is the meaning of mean, max, standard deviation. So these are the measures of dispersion. So by using describe function we can call a measures of dispersion. So under measures of dispersion, standard deviation, mean, max, 25% quartile, 50% quartile and 75% quartile, that can be calculated. Okay. Suppose you want to check for a measures of central tendency, that is mean, median and mode. That is also you can calculate. Okay. Now see, you want to see the all information about that particular data frame. So directly you can call a info function. So df.info, when you will call this function, you will get all information about the data frame. So what is our first column? That is passenger ID. Total non-null values present in this column is 891 and type of that passenger ID is int. So whenever you are going to call an information function, you will get a non-null value count as well as data type of that particular data type of all column. So we have total 12 column from 0 to 11. You will get a non-null value from each column as well as data type of each column. So this is a use of info function. So now all of you getting what is info function, what is describe function, what is size, what is column, what is shape. So this is how we have done it, data pre-processing. Okay. So in next we will see about data formatting and data normalization. That means what? Now we are dealing with missing values. So in previously by using info function we are getting a non-null value. So suppose we are getting a null value, how to deal with that null value? So we can use a function, that is fill in a method. By using fill in a method we can fill a value inside a missing. So in fill in a two things that can be performed, that is forward fill. Ffill method is ffill method is there, and second is backward fill, that is bfill method is there. So in second case you can use a interpolate method, and third is what? Drop NA. So directly in drop NA you can remove a NaN values. Now one by one we will execute all this method. So see here, df, inside a df I have in square bracket I have written a cabin. Cabin is one of the column name. Now I am going to perform some operation on this column. So I will write here cabin dot replace. Replace is a method. By using this method we can replace a value. So which value I want to replace? To replace is equals to np. That means what? I am calling numpy library because statistics is there. So np dot nan. Nan value must be replaced by value is equals to unknown. That means what? I am replacing nan is equals to unknown, and after that I am rewriting df. That means what? It will show the things that we have performed on this line. That means what? So whenever NN value is there, that is replaced with the help of unknown. Now I will execute this. So see here, previously here NN value was there. Now that NN value is replaced by unknown. Do you want to see in second column? Oh, sorry, in second row. Instead of second row, you need to check a cabin column. So see previously. So see here, this one is cabin. In a cabin, check for a second row. NN is there. So NN value from this cabin is replaced by unknown. Okay, got it? Previously this value was NAN. Now it's showing as an unknown. Suppose you will write here is equals to 1. So all NAN value that must be replaced with 1 value. Okay. Okay, this is a use of replace function. Now we are going to use a interpolate function with a column age. So df inside a square bracket I am writing age. Which age I want to change? Age dot interpolate. Then after that I am writing a df. Now I will execute this code. This operation is performed on a age column. Okay. So previously in a age column, what was there? So this is your age column. So in age, see the line number 888. NN is there. So this one, see. This is your age column. Inside this age column, see the line number 888. Okay. Now see. After performing interpolate operation, what we will get in output? Right now we have performed on the age column. So see here, this is your age column. Okay. Inside the age column, here NN value was there. So how this NN value is replaced by 22.5? How? Can anyone tell me? Now see, what is the use of interpolate value? Interpolate function. Interpolate function take a value from previous and next row. What is the previous row value? That is 19. What is the next row value? That is 26. 19 plus 26 is 45. And it take a average of these two. 45 divided by 2. So you will get 22.5. So by using an interpolate function, the value, the NAN value that is replaced with the help of, with the average value. Okay, getting what is the use of interpolate function. So interpolate is one of the method by using with we can deal with a missing value. So in next we are using a fill method, that is means what? Forward fill method. So how to use this method? So df, that is your data frame, and m bar is one of the column which is present in our given data set dot fill na. So see here we are using a fill na method. So inside a fill na method, two methods are there. One is fill and second is bfill. Meaning of ffill is forward fill. So what will happen? Here see, ffill comma in place is equals to true. So whenever ffill method that we are using, we will see what will happen. So see here, we will execute this and then we will compare with our previous data set. Where is embark? So see, this is a data frame which we will get after execution. So we need to check a data set which was previously there. So see here, embark is there. So see, suppose this field is empty, that is what? Embark column and second row. Then this field that S is replaced by forward, that is what? In forward S is there, so this missing value is replaced by this forwarded value. There is a use of ffill method. Suppose instead of using here ffill, suppose you are writing here bfill. What will happen? So in before a filling of missing value, C category is there. So here in a missing value, C is replaced. So this is a use of fill NA method. Okay. Now see, I want to see how many null values that are present in a given dataset. So what is a function? So df dot is null dot sum function. So by using this function, we can get a total count from each column which are missing values. So from passenger ID, missing data is 0. From survive, missing data is 0. So by using this, we can say that there is no missing value present in a given data set. That's what we have done with data cleaning. Okay. Now suppose I want to change a data type of that particular column. What you have to do? First you must know what is a current data set of a given data type. For that we are writing df.dtypes. Because of this you will get a type of a column. Okay, after knowing a type you can convert the data set into another data set. Suppose see here age. What is a data type of age column? That is a float, and I want to convert that float data type into int data type. What I will write here? So here firstly I will call our data set, that is df. Inside a square bracket in double quotation I am writing age because I want to change a data type of a age column is equals to df. Inside a square bracket in double quotation I will write age dot as type. That means what? I want to convert that given data set into which type? In 64. So inside a bracket you have to write down your data type. Into that you want to convert the data. So suppose I want to convert from float to int. So I will write int 64. Now I will execute this cell. Okay, cell is successfully executed. Now I want to check whether that data type is changed or not. For that I will write df.dtypes. That means what? Again I am checking the data type of all columns. Now see here, previously age data type was, see here, the type of age is float, and after performing operation, that is as type data, I am getting a data type as int. Okay, so here we have successfully changed the given data set. Now see, in next what we are doing, turning categorical variable into quantitative variable. That means what? We are going to convert a string value into integer value. So see here we are performing the string value into integer value. So quantitative typing is equal to, what is the PD? PD is our pandas library. Inside this pandas library, get dummies method is there. By using this get dummies method, you can convert the categorical variable into quantitative variable. Now, inside this method, I am calling our data set, that is df dot embark. Embark is one of the column that is present in our given data set. See here. So see here, this one is embark column. I am performing the operation on embark column. So what are the types that are present under this embark is S type and C type. So this is a string data set and we are going to convert this into numeric values or integer values. So see, this is a string operation that we are performing under given data set. Okay, see this one. So we are performing this operation on a embark column, df dot embark, where prefix is equals to embark. Now this is the syntax for converting categorical variable into quantitative variables. So here we are using a method that is get dummies method. Okay, now I will execute this cell. Okay, now I want to check whether the conversion is happened or not. So I will write here quantitative data. Now see, here under embark, three types are there. One is C, second is Q and third is S. Okay. So suppose first in the zeroth column, first was true, that is what here S value is 1. In second case value is 2, that is what inside the embark 2 is there. Just a minute. Converting that strings into quantitative variables. Okay. Now, what is our second assignment? So for performing second operation, suppose I am taking another data set. So here I am using a data set as a student performance data set. So again I am importing the libraries. First one is pandas library, second is numpy library. Okay, now we have done with importing the library. Second is what? Load the data set into data frame. Here we are performing these practicals on Google Colab. So we have to write this from google.colab import files uploaded is equals to file.upload. Suppose you are using Jupyter Notebook, in that case this function will not require to call. Okay, now I will execute this. Now I will choose a file to perform operation on a given. So suppose I am taking a data set as a student performance data set. Okay. Now here, see here right click is there, that means what? We have successfully uploaded the student performance file on a given cloud. Okay, next is what? df. Now we are checking whether the data set is present or what is the size and what are the content that are present under a given data set. That means what? We are going to read and write a given data set. For that I am writing data frame, that is df is equals to pd.read underscore csv. This is a function name, that is this is a function which is used to read a file. Okay, and inside this bracket you have to write down your CSV file name, that is student.csv. Okay, and after that I will write a df. Now I will execute this code. So I will get a student dataset file. So there is one error. What is that error? File not found. How this will happen? I will once again upload a file. Okay, see here what is the error? Student performance.csv, file not found error. That means what? Something is there. So here my file name is student performance and I am writing here student.csv. That is an error. So your file name must be same. So I will write here. Otherwise I will do one thing. I will change my data set name, that is student. And in student as a small. So thank you. Previously, already I have a data set. Name of the data set is student. I will delete this data set and then I will rename that file name. Okay, now we have successfully changed our file name. Now see here, I will execute this command once again. I will choose the file which is student file, student.csv. I will open here. Now we have successfully uploaded our file on a Google Colab. Now I will execute this command. Now we have done with execution. That means what? File is successfully read and write here. So see here, total how many rows and columns are there? Total 29. Starting from 0, that means what? Total 30 rows are there and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 columns are there. Okay. So this is our student data set. Now I want to see how many null values are present from a given data set. For that I will write df dot is null function dot from function. Okay. Then I will execute this code. So see here, what is my first column? My first column name is maths underscore score, which contains two null values. Okay. Second column is reading score, which contains zero null values. After that, writing score. This column contains three null values. After that, placement score. It contains two null values. Then club join year. This column has two null values. Placement upper count, it has 1. Region has 0. Gender has 0. Okay, so this is our null value data. Now see what will happen. Instead of writing some function in front of null, suppose you are writing only df dot is null function. See here what will happen. So I am executing this cell. So whenever true values are there, that means what? Their null value is there. So see, this is our data set. True. Here I found a true. That means what? From writing score to have this. See this one. This is a column name as writing and a row number as a 10. Writing score having row number 10 is true. That means what? Here NN value is there. So wherever true is there, that means what? There null value is there or NN value. So this is what happens when we are not using the sum function in front of null function. Okay. Now we are dealing with the missing values or now how to deal with null value. So first column is what? Math score. I want to deal with a math score. I want to replace all the null values from this particular column. So what I will do? So by using interpolate function, I am executing or dealing with the missing values. What is the use of interpolate function? So it will take a value from previous cell and next cell and it. So see here, NN is there. That means what? Here NN is there. So whenever you are performing interpolate operation on this particular column, it takes the average of previous value and next value. So whatever value that it will get, that is written in this particular NN. So now this operation we have done with the column math score. Okay, you can perform same operation with all columns one by one and you can replace a missing value. Okay. Okay, see there, perform student file. In the student file, we'll see the math score column. Where is that? See, first one is math score. See here, in math score, row number 3, that is NN value. What is the previous value before NN? That is 64 and after NN, 65. What is the average of 64 and 65? Obviously, it is 64.5. So this NN value must be replaced by using 64.5. So see, is it correct or not? Whatever result we are getting. So see here, math score, inside math score, see the row number 3rd, that is 64.5. Okay. Successfully all operations are performed on a math score. One by one, you can perform all operations on all columns. Now, see how many null values are present in all columns one by one. After performing interpolate operation on math score, we must get a 0 null values or missing values in a math score. Okay. Now, we are taking a column as the writing scores. And in the writing score, by using fill NA method, missing values are filled. So see here, okay, previously we'll see what are the null values which are present in the writing score column. So see here, writing score. In a writing score, this is your column name writing score. In a writing score, see this one NN values there. Having column name as a writing score and row value as a 10. NN is there. After performing fill method, see what we'll get. 10, right. Writing scores having row number as a 10. 72. Forward fill means what? This 72 value is replaced by this one. Okay. Now once again we are going to check values which are null from all the columns. Previously math score was 0, reading score was 0, writing score is 0. Now placement score is 2. Okay. You have to replace this with either fill method or bfill method or interpolate function. Okay. Now already we have done with interpolate function, we have done with fill method. Now we are using a bfill method with this placement score. Now I will write df inside a bracket. Placement score is equals to df placement score dot fill na. Okay, and inside this fill na method I am using a bfill method. So method is equals to bfill. Then I will execute this. Save. So this is what your placement score. So see previously what are the NN value that are present in placement score. So see this is your placement score column and see the row number 15 NAN. Placement score and row number 15. Okay, see backward fill means what? 88 that you have to fill in backward, and here that NN value is replaced by 88. Now we have done with bfill method. Now again we are going to check how many NN values are present from a given data set. So I will write df.isNull.sum function. Only two columns that are contained with NN values. One is club join here and second is placement offer count. So here again I am using a method that is replace method. So I am using a replace is equals to np.nn value is equals to 2019. So whenever NN is there, it is replaced by 2019. In see here in club join year 2 NN values that are replaced with 2019. So here we are getting 2019, this one value, and again 2019. Here is also we are getting 2019. So when after performing this operation, suppose once again I am checking with none values of that placement offer count. I have not executed this save, that's why it is giving me 2 and 1. Now see. So see here club join year values. None values are 0. Now only one column, that is placement offer count, it contains 1 as a NN value. So suppose I am using fill NN method and directly I am filling value as a 1. Now after performing this operation, you will get all columns having NN value as a 0. Now once again suppose I want to check a data types of all columns. So I will write df.dtypes. And in second case, suppose I don't want data type as a float and object. It must, all column data set must be int. So I will write df math score dot es type int64. Same for writing score. Then for placement score, suppose I am taking as a data type int64. Then for next I am taking data type as a 64 and then I am executing this sales. Okay. Now, checking for outliers. What is an outliers? Outliers are the values which are different from a given data set. So for checking for an outlier, suppose I am plotting a plot, and by using box plot I am taking a or executing a outliers. So on which column, suppose I want to see the outliers. So see here, the columns are math score, the reading score, writing score and placement score. From all these columns, I am finding out the outliers. DF dot box plot. Inside a bracket, I am writing a columns. Okay, now I will execute this. Save. Now see, here is math score. Okay, first column is our math score. So see here, one of the student who is having marks near about 100. This we can calculate this as an outlier. Okay. So suppose I will see my student data set. I will open this data set. See. We found word outlier from math score column. Okay. Okay. No need to go here. Directly you can see the this data set is already read here, so we can find a math score value 66, 59, 64. So see here, all the students are in between or in a range of 60 to 80. This row having the row number as a 10. This student is having marks as a 92. This is also now not an outlier. So see this student. Okay, this found as an outlier. Okay, see, given a plot. One student is having marks as a 99 is outlier, and one student is having marks as a 92. This is also considered as an outlier, and one student is having marks below 60. This is also considered as an outlier. So our maths range is between 65 to 75. So these are the average marks students getting, and below 65 and above 75, these marks will consider as a outlier. Same for reading score, same for writing score and same for a placement score. This is how we are found a outlier. Now see, we are using a where clause. NP is what? NumPy. We are performing statistics on a given data set, so I am calling a NumPy library np.where. Inside a bracket I am calling a df, that is our data set. Who the students whose math score is less than 60, and I want to count all the students. So array 1. Only one student is having a math score less than 60. So array 1. So you can find out the student's mark as per the requirement. The students who is having math score as 80, above 80, below 60, likewise you can calculate for all columns. Okay. Suppose you want to remove outlier from given data set. So what you will write in previous math score, the student who is having marks above 90 and student who is having marks below 60. These two cases, suppose we are removing these two cases, in that case you will get a score, which is normal score. So suppose from math score, the students who is having less than 60 and student who is having greater than 80 marks, that can be considered consider as an outlier input. So likewise, you can find out for all columns and check for an outlier. So this is a data set that is find after removing the outlier. Okay. So say this is your second assignment. So see what is there in third assignment. In third assignment, descriptive statistics are there. That means what? Measures of central tendency. What are the measures of central tendency? Mean, median, and mode. You have to find out a mean of a given data set. You have to find out a mode of a given data set. So whenever you are finding these three things of a given data set, that means what? You are done with finding with central tendency and variability is what we have to see. So here once again we are importing these two libraries, pandas and numpy. Now for performing descriptive statistics, suppose we are taking a data set that is iris data set. So here iris data set I am uploading on a Google Colab. Okay, now after uploadation, I will take a what is an error file not found. So see here, my file name is caps I, but here I have written small. So what I have to check do, I have to change my file. So I must be now once again I will upload that iris data set, then I will do it and write the data set. Okay. I will choose a file here. What is my file name? Iris. I will open here. Successfully uploaded. Then I will read this data set. Then I will write this data. Okay. Now, before performing any operation on a given data set, you have to pre-process the data. So, first you must know the size of a given data set. So, I am writing df.shape. That means what? Total 150 rows and 6 columns are there. Then I want to see how many null values are there from each column. So, I will write df.isNull.sum function. So, here it will display one by one column wise null values from a given data set. Now I want to see the data types from all column. So here it will display the data type. Again I want to see the all data types. So I will write here df. Now I will write the df.info function. df.info function will give you the name of all column with its non-null count as well as data type. Okay. Non-null values and its data type. So suppose I am performing drop operation, but here this spices column is not there. Yes, it's there. What is an error? df.drop. So there is not a single value which contains null. That's why it's giving an error. Again, one of the important function, that is describe function, it will give you the standard deviation, mean value, max value, 25% quartile, 50% quartile and 75% quartile. That means what we have done with finding a central tendency and measures of dispersion. Okay. Now suppose you want to execute or you want to find the mean of each and every column. So one by one you can write a np.mean inside a bracket sample length. So it will give the mean of this particular column. Now you want to find out the mean of that particular data set. You can write down np.mean inside a bracket df. Suppose you want to find the maximum value from a given data set, then you can write down np.max inside a bracket df. So suppose you want to find the first quantile from a given data set, so you will write df.quantile 0.25. So this is a data set, this is second quantile, then this is third quantile. So this is how we have done with performing statistics on a given data set. Next is data analytics. Assignment 4 is data analytics 1, 5 is 2, then we have our assignment 6. All these assignments are based on the regression 5. What is the regression? The regression is a data mining which perform on a numeric value. Okay, so to perform a linear regression, to perform all type of regression, you need to import sklearn. You need to import the function from a sklearn. So as usual, we are calling pandas library, we are calling numpy library. Then after that, there is difference in calling a library. From sklearn, import linear model. So here we want to perform a linear regression, so we are calling only this particular model from this sklearn. Okay. So and from sklearn, I am using train and test of a data set. So you have to write here from sklearn dot model selection import train underscore test underscore split. So I will import all this required library for regression. Okay, we'll wait for 5 minutes. Okay, समजते का सगळ्यांना? झोपले सगळे? Hello? Am I audible to all? Yes, ma'am. समजते का? फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड 3 असाइनमेंट मध्ये काही डाऊट आहे? नो. सो 4, 5, 6 तुम्ही पाहिली का याच्यामध्ये काय? 4, 5, 6, 7. एक काम करा तुम्ही आज असाइनमेंट 1, 2, 3 व्यवस्थित एक्झिक्यूट करून ठेवा आणि असाइनमेंट 8, 9, 10 ज्या ऑलरेडी आपल्या क्लासमध्ये झाल्या त्या पण एक्झिक्यूट करून घ्या. In tomorrow's lecture, I will cover assignment number 4, 5, 6 and 7. Is it fine for you? आज प्रॅक्टिस करा या 6 असाइनमेंटची, पहिले 3 आणि लास्टचे 3. उद्या मी असाइनमेंट 4, 5, 6, 7 घेते. थोडंसं रिग्रेशनची कन्सेप्ट वाचून या, सो दॅट यू कॅन इझिली अंडरस्टूड. ओके. उद्या नियर अबाउट 10:30, 11 वाजताच मी लेक्चर घेईन. 1 पर्यंत राहील आपला क्लास. ओके.